Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is all about World of Warships Blitz. So you won't see a game replay today. I've got a game that I need to find on my phone and amongst all the duds that I've saved that I will record up in due course. But today is all about the update, more particularly the user interface. So there was an update the other day. I always get taken by surprise, which is strange because they are, I think, announced in advance. And we have a new interface, which I will quickly take everybody through and give you my impressions. These aren't my first impressions because this isn't the first time I've tried to record this video, but my main challenge with video is sound, and the sound on the previous attempts were terrible. So these are third reactions, or maybe fourth reactions, but anyway, still, my reactions. I will try and mimic my first reactions as best I can. So overall, it does look a little bit different. It does seem to be a bit cut off to the left and the right, and I wonder if they've made it for a generic phone size, and my phone happens to be a bit longer than that generic size. That's okay by me. Everything's on icons. There is this menu on the left here that seems to have all the different options available, very much reminiscent of World of Tanks. Obviously we have our news items at the top. I suppose that's in Wargaming's interest to put the news items at the top, so at the top they go, fair enough. Missions is here. I've got to say that because the background shows through with the transparency, it's a modern look, but it can be a little bit difficult to read. Well, actually, when you look at it, it looks busy, but then when you read it, it's readable. Okay, so it's a bit different. Daily login, nice and simple. The old green's gone. I should have taken a recording of it actually, because it was, I mean, it's been with us for quite a few years, that green, so this is a bit of a change. Tech tree is moved on to the left here, which is consistent with the other titles that Wargaming has. I like the fact that the flags show you which ones you've got. Clear shows you which ones you've cleared, and foggy shows which ones you've got to get. So you can see there the Jutland, I've cleared it. I free XP'd through the Jutland. I have the Daring, so it's obviously got the flag behind it. Minotaur, well, that's into development. We'll get there in 2032. Pardon me. Right, yeah, so, and what else it shows is it shows, obviously, the premium ships, the yellow text for the title, and it shows you with big yellow, buy me squares, which premiums you don't currently have. Nice. So overall, pretty clean. You still get the scrolling effect, but that's basically because some of these ship lines have an awful lot of lines in them, with several premiums. I think the worst is probably the American. Oh no, they managed to get all of them mostly in. Is it the Japanese? No, they do. Oh, that's the American. Yeah, the American's a couple of scrolls. Right, getting my Americans mixed up with my British. Sorry guys, you're all the same to me. No offence. Right, okay. Friends, probably the biggest improvement is the friends list. And previously the friends list was small off to the right, and well, essentially it was a bit of a friend. It had a randomizer function. So what it would do is it would refresh the friends list every few seconds and reorder it, apparently at random. However, as you can see here, the friends list is, well, quite stable. It's showing we can show by last login to see who's online. Quite a few people online. I'm not sure when added from. Who's my... Okay, so added from is the date that the friend was added. So my first ever friend was Hilary Leanne, who is actually my daughter. So, right, which is why she's still on my fleet despite no action. Total battles, nice to be able to see who's got the most victories. Yeah, boys, right up there at the top with a fantastic win rate. We won't go into his stats. I have on the previous attempts on this video, but it's probably a little bit unfair. Needless to say, the guy knows how to play the game. Right, okay, and by battles, Yeti Boner is, of course, a fantastic asset for the wargaming community by providing opposition for many players. 9 hours ago, so I think it's still early morning in Australia. Right. So that's the friends list, friends requests, invite friends, and you can see Not that I'm going to get this, because I don't really invite many friends. I seem to get invited, which is okay. I won't go through my blacklist. Right. So that's actually quite an improvement. That is a huge improvement. I think most of the social aspects of the game are pretty much a struggle. The only real interaction you have with people is when you division up with them. Right, showing you that. The fleet screen is, well, it's pretty similar to what it was, just new layout. Just looks nice and clean. We've got a fleet list. Oh, that's a fleet list. The fleet members. I had a bit of a clean out when I was first doing this video. As you can see, my daughter there at 612 days ago. We last played when we were in Japan, so that was pre-pandemic. But yeah, okay then. Wow, not many people online. Okay, I should probably do work on the fleet. The fleet is just more, I keep the fleet because my daughter's in it, and I haven't really moved around fleets because my daughter's in this fleet. So yeah, maybe I should just give up. Right, okay. Mail, lots and lots of mail. I'll pick that up at some point. Actually, I did open the press account and go through that, and I had a big open mail-a-thon, so I might be able to go and see if I can find that video, mute the audio, and you'll be able to see the old interface for old time's sake. This is good. Leaderboards. It doesn't have leaderboards for standard battles, but it has leaderboards for, it's nice, leaderboards for I'm assuming division battles and standard battles, but it has the top players, except for realistic battles, because there hasn't been a realistic battle since the leaderboard function came in, I suppose, or since whenever they started collecting data for the leaderboard. Okay, you got total damage, you got ships destroyed. So Shellback in the Phoenix fleet, not currently in a fleet, or Shellback not currently in a fleet, has destroyed 90,464 ships. That is just scary numbers. That is absolutely terrifying. Right, that is a lot of World of Warships Blitz. 90,000. 90,000. There are some ships that fought in World War II that sunk less than that tonnage. Right, okay. Okay, moving right along. The warehouse, nice and clean. I have a couple of keys. I have no idea what those keys are for. If that crate ever comes back, I'll remember to open it. I've done that before, and it took a couple of years. I had some, or a year or so, I had some keys for the Cherry Blossom event, and it took a year for that to come back around. So I'll just need to keep my eye out, dump those keys. Has the battle wiki. Every good application should have a user guide. What's this? Oh yeah, port. Select a port. It's all on the left. So basically everything you want to do, and here's some options. I've turned the sound off for this recording. Yeah. So that is the menu on the left. Right, let's go around the screen. Let's start with the ship selection. Now this is probably the thing that impressed me the most. This is really clean. No more scrolling around to try and find the flags for the nations that you want. Well, they do scroll, but it's more of affectation than anything else. So if you want the Commonwealth ships, bang, Commonwealth ships, no scrolling around. Or if you've selected the Commonwealth ships, no scrolling around to find the American ships. I find this interface is huge. So you can pin it and say, we just want to look at premiums. Yep. So I have no idea what that pin function does. Oh, no, it pins the ship. That's right. Silly me. Right, okay then. And I say we can look at pinned ships. That's just like last time. How did I get confused? Anyway, I love this change in the game. Blitz Pass, found it. There's the Blitz Pass with the Mysore at, it's a Fiji class ship. It's almost worth going for. 1957, Tier 6 Fiji. 3 guns, missing 3 guns, slightly better AA, fuel smoke. Yeah, that could be worth the effort. And I have do I have enough? I may even have enough gold for a tier 6 camo, to be fair. So yeah, that might be worth a bit of a look. So there's the Blitz pass, the shop. Okay. Oh, the legendary crate is gone now. Under previous attempts to record this video, the legendary crate was 6,000 gold for a guaranteed tier 7 ship or your gold back, which was actually the funniest thing ever. I can see why they did it, because they once did a legendary crate for a guaranteed tier 9 ship, or for 10,000 gold or 11,000 gold, you get 14,000 gold or whatever back. So you get 3,000 gold. If you had all the tier 9 ships, you'd basically spend the gold and get a 3,000 gold. Essentially, you got rewarded 3,000 gold for having all the tier 9 ships. So they've got past that by making the gold amount the same as the buy amount. But essentially, the result is that I think it was about 1% of the time it would refuse to take your money. So essentially, you'd pay the gold and it would give it back. So, and you had 3 crates that you could buy, so you'd then have 2. So it was basically, essentially, you had a 1% chance of having 2 crates instead of 3 to buy. So not sure of the mechanic there. I think they just needed a prize for those people that may have had all the ships, so that it could refund the money, which is a good mechanic. So it basically would refund the money if you had all these ships, because all you could do was win the gold. But they could have made it a 0% chance and just had the gold as the default. Anyway, I can see why they did it, but it was funny. And I'm glad that you're not seeing the first video recorded, because it was 5 minutes of laughter. Which isn't a really interesting video. The comparison list is there. Not that I've used that very much, so don't ask me how that all works. Ship information. The transparency is going to take a little bit of getting used to, but overall not too bad. Now, how does it do in battle? I find that the fire button is a little bit off where I expect it to be, so I spend a lot of time not firing at stuff. I'll pretty soon get used to that. Otherwise, the rest of the controls don't feel too far off, and it's the sort of thing I'll get used to over time. It's a little bit, the way I talk about it is, it's a little bit of like when they move items around in the grocery store. It's quite disconcerting when you go in and you're in a hurry and all of a sudden they've moved the eggs, and where are the eggs? And I need to get out of here, and it's quite frustrating. But within a month, yeah, whatever, you're on top of it, and it doesn't matter anymore, and you've forgotten what the previous layout was. So I suspect it'll be the same with this. Overall, there's some much needed improvement. I think they've added functionality into the game that would benefit from this this new layout, because things just seem to fit a little bit better in a number of places. Although admittedly this menu on the left is quite long, but you know, if you can keep all your scrolling in one place, that's not too bad. So yeah, appreciate it. Hope let us know in the comments what you think. I'm sure some of you will absolutely hate this, but you know, maybe let's come back in a month and see how everybody feels. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm trying to find my my controls for my video recording. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.